Right. Welcome back, puzzlers. I am attempting the Sunday. Whoops. I'm attempting the Sunday, January 19th, 2025 New York Times crossword. I am doing these out of order. I'm still catching up from when I was gone for a few days. The Saturday's up. We've done the Monday and Tuesday. We did those yesterday. They're just not uploaded because I really have a problem and I want to do them all. I want to upload them all in order. So just to keep myself in order. There's no other reason for it other than that. So, anyways, we've done the Monday, Tuesday. We've done the Saturday. We're just missing the Sunday. As soon as this is done, it's going to go up, and then we can upload the Monday, and then Tuesday. And then tonight on stream, I think we're going to do the Wednesday, and then hopefully be caught up and do the Thursday. Anyways, let's get started. Keep the timer up so we're visible. I know this one's going to be a long one. Why? Because it's Sunday. Well, it's Thursday, but we're solving a Sunday, which tend to be longer puzzles. Unless I think last week's was pretty short, pretty straightforward. But, anyways, stop stalling here. Department store department, not sure. Small fly, not sure. Let's see. Tater is a spud, maybe. Tater slang for potato. Indian state along the Himalayas. Indian state, huh? I'm guessing this can't be... It's gonna be something... So, I must confess I took a quick peek at this clue. In case I said something silly for the answer for this one, which I can finally now declare I don't think I know the answer to this one. But this is probably gonna be something flat. We could probably suss it out based on music theory. I did take some music theory in high school and college, but we're not gonna do that yet. We're just gonna hold off on that because I guess it could be a number of flats, perhaps. But anyways, largest organ in the human body. I thought this was... For some reason, I was thinking this would be like the intestines, or maybe those are the longest. Maybe anyone who's a doctor can answer this one for me, but I guess I assume that the intestines were... Don't they like span a tennis court or like 2 tennis courts or something like that? Anyways, none for me is... I'm okay, maybe. Pass. Maybe it's pass. I'm okay. Big name in syrup. Don't eat enough pancakes to know. Dessert you might top with gummy bears and chocolate chips. Some sort of like pudding? Some English pudding? I don't know. Practical. Reasonable. Yeah. Hard slash work. Okay. Some nonsense going on over there, so we'll come back to that. Place for a bob and a weave. Could be a salon. Not bobbing and weaving like boxing, but bobbing and weaving like hairdos. Measured. Sure. Could be the verb, could be the adjective. Sky Safety Org. I have to assume that this is TSA. Starting points? Starting point, singular, of sorts. Yeah, it's too long. Nothing comes to mind, so. Key above a tilde. I see key, I look at my keyboard. I see tilde, I see escape. Simple as. New York multiplied by paper. Times paper. There's some sort... It's Ed Sheeran themed. It's divide. It's multiply. We'll come back to those. Small fly. I thought these could be like a CC. That's a fly, right? TSE, but it's 6 letters, so obviously that's not going to work. Leaders in Qatar. Oh. There are 2 very common answers for this. In crosswords, I think they tend to be imams and emirs. One of them, I think, is religious in nature, perhaps. I'm not sure. I'm going to say it's this. Bad sign for a weary traveler. Having been a weary traveler rather recently, I'd say a bad sign would be a delay, a gate change. But I don't think nothing that comes to mind that fits with those number of letters. To fishtail. It's to slip, maybe. to slide. It's like when you're in a car and you're on ice and then you're like, bleh, you know? But yeah, I don't know. 4 letters. I don't know if slip is gonna do it. Aspen for one. It's a kind of tree. The ski town maybe. I know I made that jump pretty suddenly, but I saw an S and I just thought ski. Hugo winning sci-fi author. Great question. Coffee container. That's one we can get. It's an urn. A ding dong. Ding dong, the sound that a doorbell makes. Also someone who you would call silly. Perhaps I'd go so far to say maybe even stupid. But maybe like a dimwit, but dolt. Yeah, none of those really fit. Okay, so we're just gonna put in flat. And we're not gonna count up. But Spanish title. Yeah. Break down. To break down could be to cry. Could be cry, could be sob. Edibiri. Ayo, Edibiri. Ayo, Ayo. Great actress. Transmogrify. Transmogrify. Does that have to do with mogging? Perhaps something to do with mewing and sucking in your cheeks a little bit to define your jawline. Nope. Got nothing. Staying power? It's been called the roof of Africa. Northern Africa. That's like, I don't know. Morocco's up there. Egypt's northeast. Yeah. I don't know. This might be a country, this might be something else entirely, so I'm gonna have to hold off on that. Words of defeat. I lose or I lost. I lose. We'll go with I lose. Spanish babies. The niños? Ninis? Something like that? Is that gender neutral? Because I know kid is like niño and niña. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Be of use would be to assist, but it obviously doesn't fit. Building manager is a soup. The super? Maybe. To confront is to yeah, I don't know. 4 letters, huh? Descartes. First name Renee, isn't it? Females 33 to 44. Unsure what this is referring to. I don't even know what these numbers mean. English translation of the Irish Asian. Aijan. Yeah, I'm certainly not pronouncing that right. Irish especially is hard to phoneticize into English, I think. But kind of like how Saoirse Ronan's name is like Saoirse. That's what I mean by that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll get something like that. Post-embryo stage. We'll get that with more letters, certainly. Onesie wearers are tots. Little babies. James, who wrote the screenplay for this. Miss me with that. Language suffix. Maybe it's ease or it could be ISH. It could be ESE. Chinese. English, for example. Let's look at this down clue again. Okay, yeah, that's not going to help us. Is this a plural? Doesn't matter. It should end in S. Anyways, one answering to a board could be a CEO. Could be a C anything O. But they answer to a board. Skip this clue. Strega blank. I skipped it because I don't know it. That's just wrong. No. It could just be no. It could be MMA. Well, what is this? Mixed martial arts. It can't be mixed martial arts. It has to be UFC. Because this would just be MMA. But the org is UFC, probably. Is this going to be Mao? Again, very common clue is a Warhol subject. And it's not the can of soup. It's going to be Mao. Mao Zedong. That's just wrong. It's probably going to be no. Arjuna skill. In the Mahabharata. Arjuna skill, yeah. Gonna be something that I don't know. Come to arrest as sediment is We'll get that with more letters. I mean, we have two, but we'll get it with a couple more. Creature whose narrow waist is called a petiole. Narrow-waisted creature, huh? Yeah, not sure. Encyclopedia filler. Encyclopedia filler. Not sure. The square root of generate. That's gonna be kind of fun. But I guess we've lost Ed Sheeran. Now it's just math. That's boring. Food that becomes its own container if you change the last letter. I don't think we're gonna be able to snipe this one. 3-letter foods, there are plenty. I guess it could be tin. A tin is a container that's 3 letters. Which means the food would have to be yeah. So we're gonna come back to that. Brush wolves could be coyotes. It's the only thing that starts with CO that I can think of that makes remote amount of sense. Fixes a hole. Post-spring cleaning event. Okay. We missed a couple of these downs. None of those are going to be helpful. Cross the line is to go too far. You went too far, buddy. Letters before gov. .gov. I'm gonna say this could be like cdc.gov. Is that a website? Yeah, I don't know. I don't visit many government websites. I think that's a good thing. Advanced film copies sent to critics or like first something cuts. I don't know. Relent is to cede or to give up. Neither of those fit. Nature's fishhook, you might say. Yeah. We'll come back to that. Tamp down. Sleipnir's rider. Wow, what is this? What are these clues, man? Soft rock could be talc. I don't know. It's a soft kind of rock that crumbles into like dust pretty easily. A Pokemon. Wow. One of the only Pokemon references that I can think of in the New York Times. It's always a delight when this comes up, but I thought this would be like Pikachu, no? A cat-like appearance? Well, it could be the classic 151st Pokemon, Mew. Mew does somewhat resemble a cat. Kind of like a naked cat, if you ask me, but still kind of cute. Put in powers to elect. Like about 60% of the world's population. I'm just gonna go ahead and guess. I think it's gonna be Asian. Yeah. Just geographically, it seems like it would make sense. One of the Holy Trinity ingredients in Indian cuisine. I don't know what the Holy Trinity of ingredients are, but I know some of my favorites. I feel like turmeric, curry powder are pretty common. Chili powders. Then you have like the mint, the yogurt, tamarind. All of those. None of those really fit. Maybe yogurt, but I don't know. Real pain in the butt. Could be like a hemorrhoid. Do those hurt? I wouldn't know. I've never had them or gotten one. But that would be some butt pain, right? But maybe this isn't referring to someone's actual butt. That might be a little bit silly. And it has a question mark behind it, so it means there's some sort of wordplay. A sitter's charge. Babysitter could charge a fee, a rate, a wage. Personal approaches are MOs, like this is my personal way of handling a situation or tackling a situation. So we're going to go back to these acrosses. Post-spring cleaning event. Essential oil. A heap could be a pile. A Nashville neighborhood known for its many recording studios that's going to be a little bit hard for me to get because I'm not from the United States. I do live in the United States, but I'm not from here. And I have to respond to a message. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause at 14:20 so we know. Okay, sorry, we are back. I assure you I did not look up any answers. I just really had to respond to something. So anyways, we are back and we are focused. Theatrical release, not sure. Many humanitarian groups, non-government organizations, non-profits maybe. Ooh, something con, huh? Yeah, not sure. The only con I F with is Genghis, the OG. Although I know he was a bad guy. But if he was, well, maybe it's like a Wreck-It Ralph situation. He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy. But I think he was a bad guy. Anyways, Turkish travel stops. I don't know. Gimme an A. Is a chant? Is part of a cheer? It's what you would say to your teacher if you weren't doing so well in a class. Like the presidency of Martin Van Buren. Don't know my U.S. history well enough to know. Back informally. Not sure. Pixar movies squared, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we'll be able to get this one pretty quickly. Puts on the line to maybe bets, antes. Could it be antes or wagers? That doesn't fit. Egg blank. I do love eggs, but I don't know what that's referring to. Pickleball venues. Maybe it's just courts. Simple as courts. Certain sib. It might be bro or sis. It would help to know the answer of this or this. I guess it's going to be cis because we know that this is OPI is the nail polish brand. I don't know how to say it. I usually just say OPI. Dove calls is coos. Something tied with a tongue. Could be a stem. You tied, that's like a party trick. You tie a cherry stem with your tongue. But now I'm looking at this and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. It's not going to be stem because this is going to be Michael Cera. Blank got it. I've got it. Yeah, I don't know. I've got it. She got it. Studio with an iconic lion is probably going to be, is it MGM? The one that roars? Pressure, so to speak. Okay. I think we can get a lot of these downs. To tamp down, this could be a stifle. Encyclopedias are filled with facts, huh? Factos. Gonna be maybe stifle. Slipnir's rider. It sounds vaguely Norse to me, so maybe it's Odin. Does that make any sense? Fixes a hole. This could be to darn. Kind of like to darn a sock. Still don't have anything for Indian cuisine. Satyr's charge. Starts with P? Not sure. Okay, coins made primarily of copper. And it's not pennies. Is it going to be dimes? I'm thinking this is going to be like difference in opinion. This across. It's what minus you think. So difference is where the minus sign comes into play. And the difference in opinion is difference in how you think. Something like that. When I was much younger, so like back in my day, that sort of thing, or in my youth, something like that. We're just gonna put in difference of opinion, in opinion. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna put in difference blank opinion. The something Japanese war. 5 letters, and it's not Sino, huh? Russo could be the Russians and the Japanese. Russo-Japanese War. S-shaped molding and architecture. Cross as a stream. Yeah, that's gonna be a hold off on that from me. Evergreen variety. This could be fir, right? Fir tree. But yeah, theatrical release. It's gonna theatrical release. It's gonna be the final cut. A sitter's charge. Ah, a pet sitter. They're in charge of sitting a pet. Sure. Okay, so that makes sense. Bend gave 0 stars. You hate something, you would give it 0 stars. What few people know. Something that we'll come back to. Old Time Film Studio. Is that RKO? Is that a film studio? Something like that. Things Ed's edit. Could be columns or articles. Puts on the line. This would be to risk. Okay, I guess Martin Van Buren only served 1 term. MS's? Yes, huh? Well, few people know is it would be described as esoteric. I don't know if that's also a noun. Esoterium? Okay, but I think it's gonna be esoter or something. So yeah, I don't know. Is this gonna be some stick? Where were we? Bail. Believe. Pixar movie. Squared. Semper Fi group. Blank SM blank, huh? Still not sure. Egg sack. What is okay? What are these? Immorets? Back? Rewind? Okay, let's keep going here. A lot of these will just take a little more thinking that I'm not willing to do right now. Pressure, so to speak. Is this derivative? Like DDX, that sort of thing? Workout routine. Huh. Name that drops Ja. Burrowing rodent. Mole. Something rat. That in Spanish, it could be a number of things. I've never actually learned Spanish, so I don't know. But once we get like 1 letter, we'll be able to make an educated guess there. Like some parking and poetry. Parallel parking. Could be slam poetry. Nope. Come up is to arise, maybe. Rocket science plus brain surgery. Some of like SUM of something. I don't know. Social workspaces for some remote workers are co-working spaces. WeWorks. Cafes. Bundi blank yogurt dish with fried chickpea flour. Yeah, I don't know. Strove is like past tense of strive, which is to like strive for or aim for. Subject for a bio major. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe with a few more letters. Winter haven for some small mammals. Not gonna be a den, huh? Big Apple purchases is going to be an iMac. That's one of the biggest Apple products that they sell, I think. Something Jones? Is this going to be Nora Jones? Okay, so that's going to be Mole Rat. A Winter Haven. In something life. A shed? Do they take shelter in sheds? Word with peace or beauty? Inner peace, inner beauty, perhaps. Because it could be outer, but no one really says outer peace. Gridiron positions. So football positions. Yeah, I don't know. And to throw out is to toss, I guess. Okay, we're gonna go back to these downs that we missed. To tick off someone is to maybe cheese them off. But I guess you could say you're cheesed off. I think that's fun, but I don't know if that's right. Some equipment in hand-to-hand combat. Sparring gloves. Hand-to-hand. Something pads. Yeah, I don't know. Mean-spirited sorts. This and that. Miscellaneous. Record feature. Could be like a guest artist on a record, like a song. It could also be a record feature. Could be a record, like breaking a record. But yeah, I'm not sure. Suffix with kitchen could be a kitchenette. Someone whose logo is said to resemble Mount Fuji. Could that be something with T? That's pretty irritating, that noise. Unfortunately, I guess upstairs neighbors are doing some construction, so there's no way around that. Could this be like Atari? Not really sure what their logo is, but I think they're Japanese, so maybe that makes sense. Atari. We'll just put in a guess. Evergreen variety. Ooh, I used up all my evergreen knowledge with fir, so I don't know trees that well. Cedar? Is that gonna be a evergreen tree? Yeah, we can maybe guess. Cried fowl. Subtly indicate, hint at, to imply. Could be imply. Pastoral poems. I was thinking this would be hymns. But I'm not sure. Suit. Yeah, too many meanings for that. Dapper blank. Don't know my fashion designers. Loud noise, or maybe just general loud noise, could be din. Season of the 2024 French Olympics is été. Pachinko Arthur. I am familiar with the book, but I haven't read it. So this is going to be added something. Added complications. Is this Dapper Don? Oh, it's Raita? Is it Dapper Dan? Raita? That seems like... Does Raita mean yogurt? I know some people watching this will know this for sure. But I feel like I've seen this mean yogurt. Oh, that's integral. Integral something. So that's not the... Well, maybe it is like the DDX sign, but like, yeah, it's called integral. Mean-spirited sorts would be, I guess, ogres. You can tie a shoe, and yeah, the laces go over the tongue of the shoe. So I guess that makes sense. In something life. In a past life. It is going to be Imerets. Back to represent, sure. And it is going to be egg sack. Okay, in a past life. Long ago. Pixar movie Squared. Oh, this is going to just be simple as squared up. In my head, you know, I was thinking it was going to be up, and then I realized that it wouldn't fit, and I was like, that's going to be up cubed, which made no sense. But that's just how the brain works. That's how my brain works. So maybe it's integrate. And this is quit. To bail is to quit. And maybe it is I've got it. Bend is a curve. Give me an A. Were we right? Is it a cheer, or I guess it could also be a chant? So I guess this is going to be a screener. Maybe it is cheer. Difference in opinion, difference of opinion. To cross as a stream. Maybe it's not NGOs. S-shaped molding and architecture. Still not sure. This is integrated circuit. Some would say a workout routine can be described as a circuit. And I think integrated circuit sounds like something that exists. Rocket science plus brain surgery added. These are two complicated sciences. That's about all I got though. Fried fowl. Perhaps, question mark. Maybe it's not going to be stick. Maybe it's going to be TICE. Maybe it's an A, huh? Maybe it's heat. You're getting a lot of heat. You're feeling the pressure. Mostly because I know that this is, or I'm guessing that this is going to be like something like this. And A could work, and H would fit nicely with SH. But yeah, I'm not quite sure yet, because hand-to-hand combat involves stuff that I'm not familiar with. I'm proud to say I've never engaged in hand-to-hand combat before. Like some parking and poetry. Tormy? Maybe it's not imply. Name that drops Ja. Elijah, so Eli. Subtly indicate. When I was a kid, my mom always taught me that it was pronounced subtly, which got me made fun of. Pastoral poems. Idols? Ilias? There's some like vocabulary here that we're just missing. Like some parking and poetry. Real pain in the butt. Is this gonna be paneer? Is this simple as paneer? Urtica? Something's Iartica? Because I'm thinking this is like Aer Lingus. This is like some like airplane or like airlines, but Food that becomes its own container if you change the last letter. What if it was ham? I don't think that makes any sense. I would say if it does, I don't see it. We'll go back to these math ones because we can maybe make some good guesses there. To the root of generate, root create, root something. It's gonna be root for sure. IRS, I guess, is a government website. Arjuna skill. Comes to rest. Could be to settle. To relent is to let up. Post embryo, you get a fetus. Root cause. Yeah, okay. To generate could be to cause, I suppose. Aegean, this looks enough like ocean for me to just put that in. Maybe it's not Ski Town then, huh? Maybe it's product. Product of the Times. New York paper is the New York Times. This is gonna be like division of labor. Does that fit? Yep. Hard work is labor, and it's divided. So James, I guess this could be vacancy. A weary traveler would hope for vacancy. So bad sign would be no vacancy. None for me is, yeah, okay, it is, I'm okay. To fishtail is to skid, like in the car, like we've mentioned earlier. Measured is, maybe it's gradual. I guess the department store could have a men's department, and this is a midge. That that makes me think of that John Mulaney bit about how he was trying to use the word midget in his stand-up bit and was told not to because it's as bad as the N-word, which obviously it is not. Anyways, if you haven't seen that 2-minute bit, I'd recommend watching it. It's pretty funny. Got a good chuckle out of me. So this is gonna be gradual, and I guess this is gonna be ski area. James Agee, yeah, I've seen this name before, specifically in crosswords. So, Arjuna skill, is this gonna be aim? Females 35 to 44 is a demographic. Yep, okay. Proper noun, we're not gonna get that. Big name in syrup, also a proper noun. We're gonna have to guess. This is gonna be, I already guessed it's gonna be a vowel. A ding dong. Maybe it's not TSA. Maybe it's FSA, flight safety. This is a doofus. Spanish title could be senora. Breakdown is to sob, like to cry. Indian state along the Himalayas. I'm thinking that this could be awesome. Not awesome. I'm sure, well, who's to say that the Indian state awesome isn't awesome? But I'm thinking about the tea, which I think is like a region that makes good black tea, perhaps. To be honest, I don't know. But yeah, I guess you would put gummy bears and chocolate chips on froyo, certainly. To transmogrify is, in a way, I guess is what we were talking about earlier, but it looks like it's going to be morph. We'll just make sure about this. F minor, whole half is major. So if it's minor, it's whole half, whole half, whole, or something like that. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about here, but F minor goes up to E, F, G. G, and then a half step up is G sharp or A flat. Okay. I think that makes sense. Largest organ, and it's not intestines, huh? Could it be largest organ? Largest organ. Liver? Lungs? Starting point of sorts could be be of use to. It's a little wordy, but I'll allow it. The starting point could be the premise. To be practical is to be utile. Staying power is stamina. Is the shin? Oh, it's skin. It's skin is an organ. That's right. Always one of the mind-blowing things that you learn when you're in, I don't know, 7th grade biology class. The roof of Africa, not Northern Africa. It's gonna be Kilimanjaro. Strega nona. Sure, that makes sense to me. Kilimanjaro. Creature whose narrow waist. I think ants do tend to have narrow waists. Food. Jam. Contained by a jar. Sure enough. Nature's fish hook. I think this could be talon. Birds fish, and they use their talons to do so. Post-spring cleaning event is tap sale. It's going to be something sale, probably. Musaro. I'm not sure how I feel about paneer anymore. I thought this would be like a yard sale or something, but anyways, a real pain in the butt. The sciatica. Pour one out for my good friend who has experienced sciatica pretty severely. I guess it's like right around the butt, lower back. Sure. Maybe it's not Asian, man. Maybe it's not Asian. Okay, so far so good. I feel like pretty confident with most of the answers that we have. Maybe it's not Asian though. I don't know the Nashville neighborhood. Is it mentioned in some songs anywhere? Mudscrow? Muscrow? Esoteric, something like that. This is the last themed clue that we haven't gotten. Well, I guess we don't have difference in or of opinion. A fjord is like a body of water, but that's probably not ford. Cross as a stream. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Record feature could that be a groove? Like in a vinyl record, the way they work is that the little pin runs along the grooves in the vinyl record. Maybe. To strive for is to vie for, so maybe this is vied. This doesn't really help us. Cried foul. Past tense. I guess it could be umped. To perform the job of an umpire, which is to referee a game, which could be to call foul. Parking. Metered parking and metered poetry. I like that clue. That makes sense. Is it gonna be idols? Idillas? Subtly indicate is to... Suit. Like a lawsuit? Hand-to-hand combat. Well, if you were equipped with the sword and shield, is that really hand-to-hand combat? That's more like metal-to-metal combat, if you ask me. Hand-to-hand combat involves using your fists, I suppose. But I guess that works. Added completely. What is this? Yeah, kitchenette. Added complexity. The two complex things. That makes sense. Is it Min Jin Lee? These are end zones. Sure. A suit. Could be lawsuit. Could be the suit, like to fit. It could be a physical suit, like something you wear. But not sure which one it's referring to just yet. Subtly indicate is to let on. We're gonna say this is idils. I thought it was two L's, but maybe it's not. To throw out is to bin. Esoterian could be something else. Could be cans. A suit is a slang way of saying like an executive. This company has I don't know. That's just how it is, okay? This could be ecology, maybe, esoterica. Okay, so cans, ecology, exec for suit. All of that checks out so far. Many humanitarian groups. I want to say it's NGOs, but I'm not entirely sure. Something sale. Spring cleaning. Could be a tag sale. One of the holy trinity ingredients in Indian cuisine. Cuisine. So most of these, I guess, I'm not entirely sure what to do. We're just gonna put in, because this could be non-profits, but it could also. I'm gonna put non-government organization. IGEE. This was difference in opinion. It's a difference in opinion. It's just a difference in opinion or a difference of opinion. I think in sounds more right to me. But then to cross as a stream to Nord? Is that related to Nordics or Norse? This whole section, you know what? You're going, that's right, you're going to pencil. I don't want to have to do it to you. But it's definitely squared up. Cross as a stream. Squares up. It could be squares up. You know what? You're going to pencil too. That's right. I'm telling you I would do it. I'm going to put Asian back in. We're going to put Nashville neighborhood known for its many recording studios. Musk Crow. Musk Crow. What if it's tag sale? Is it Otacon? Oh, I'm stupid? It's Music Row? It's Music Row. That's just an... You're going in pen, baby. And this is going to be Ginger. Music Row, tag sale. That all feels good to me. Aga Khan. You're just going to have to... I'm just going to have to believe that that's real. And we're going to put in a vowel here. I don't know. I don't know. Kiro? Koro? Or I guess maybe this might help. Piotto? I mean, it sounds kind of Italian to me. Piolo. Oh, it's gonna be Paolo. This is a real name. This is probably their last name. Yeah, so I should have been looking for a first name. Silly me. But yeah, Paolo seems right. Caro, I could take it or leave it, but this seems right. And all of these seem right. So I'm going to assume that Caro is correct. Now there is something here. Is it of? Is it a difference of opinion? No. Okay, I understand. You're out. You're out. You're out. S-shaped molding and architecture, huh? That starts with I. Starts with I. I-beam? It's definitely not I-beam. Cross as a stream? What if it was... Okay. Because I really just can't with this. What if it was an F? What if it was of? You would oar across the stream? You would take a boat? You would fly across? You would... What if it's of? Did we try this? Is it Ford? Okay, so it's been 48 minutes. Almost as long as a Saturday. I don't think I'm willing to... It's a Sunday. I don't think I'm willing to go through and check every single clue. I just know I feel good about most of this. I guess Paolo seems right. Men's section, I'm okay. Division of labor, gradual, escape. And we're not getting the gold star anyways. That's my reasoning. I kind of want to check here. I guess we'll put in a few more guesses. Give me an A. The cross as a stream. Give me 1 second here. Let me just think about it. Ford. Fond. Sciatica. Did I have any other? No other pencils, huh? Utile. Premise. Skin. Senora. Froyo, you definitely. A flat, I think I counted. Nona. We'll go through the proper nouns, and then if we can't think of anything, we're just gonna call it. Be of use to. A little wordy, like I said. Stamina. Kilimanjaro. Anything else? IRS, yeah, okay. An ant. Sure. Factos. Coyotes. Not confident about tag sale, but to let up makes sense. Ideals. Yeah, this so far I feel like all of that makes sense. We're just gonna keep going here. Music row, difference of opinion, final cut, NGOs, Aga Khan. I can't think of anything else that would fit there. The stifle, is this the correct tense? To tamp down? Yeah. In a past life. Dimes. Cheer. One term. Rep. Pixar movie. Risks. Egg sack. Pickleball venues are courts. Michael Cera, that's right. Russo. Quit, curve, hated. Oh, so far everything makes sense. Everything checks out. Integrated circuit. Yeah, so far so good. Now that was Nora Jones, right? I think that's how you spell it, and I guess it could be shed. Is it R-O? I think it's A. I really do think it's A. I guess it could be E. I think it's A. Okay. 52 minutes. I'm just gonna check just because of time. I don't want to keep going over this. If it was maybe a Saturday, we would keep going. We're gonna check the puzzle. FSA. Oh, I didn't even look at this. Of course. I didn't even look at. I changed it to doofus. I didn't even change TSA. I thought it was FSA. Oh, but this obviously makes no sense. What's FSCE? Okay, that's on me. That's my bad. I just glossed over. The puzzle's big. Okay, we've been at it for like 50 minutes. And it's getting dark. Okay? It's getting dark, so the light from the screen from my monitor is messing with my brain. Anyways, fun puzzle. I like the math. I like the math making its way into words. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.